And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood. And the first half of this program was serious. We talked with the gals, with Delaney and Tracy from New Hope Pregnancy Center. But this is going to be a little bit lighter because it's Judy Baker, and she's with the Cleveland Storytelling Guild, and she's going to talk about that. But I wanted to start off talking with those of you that are watching today on Facebook and YouTube. Then this event is tomorrow night, Thursday night at 6 o'clock. But if you're going to watch me on Charter or Comcast or Rabbit Ears, then it's tonight at 6 o'clock. It's Thursday the 24th at 6 o'clock at the Museum Center. And it's something I'm just fascinated with. So Judy, tell them what we're going to do.
We're going to learn how to sing Sacred Harp.
Okay. Now, tell everybody what Sacred Harp is.
Well, Sacred Harp began, it's also called shape note singing. I think actually began in New England back in the 1800s, a long time ago. And people couldn't read. Just most people could not read.
That is true. I hadn't thought about that.
And how can you read music if you can't read? How can you teach somebody how to sing a song if they can't read the notes?
Wow.
So people could recognize a shape.
Yes.
And so they began, each note corresponds with a shape, like a diamond or a square or a triangle or a circle. Each one has its position on the scale, like do, re, mi.
Right.
And that's how they would sing. That's how they would sing. That's how they taught people how to sing. And if you look in your old redback hymnal,
yes,
the notes are going to be in shapes.
Yes, but they are on a staff.
They're on a staff,
where you can see what it's supposed, where I, as a musician, can see where it's supposed to be. Now, if you just throw me a triangle out there, a triangle to a circle to a diamond, I have not a clue what I'm doing.
But tomorrow night,
yes,
you will learn.
And I'm excited about that because I just think shape note singing is so unique, and I love to hear it.
Oh yeah.
And here's another question I have: shape note singing is not necessarily accompanied, is it?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking somebody gives you the pitch.
I think that's how it will be, and then it'll be a cappella. Assuming, I haven't talked to the lady that's going to be leading, she's coming out of Athens. I'm assuming we will be sitting in a four square.
Okay.
You know, your altos, your basses, your...
Oh, so we will have parts?
I think so.
Okay,
now,
all right.
I might get there tomorrow night and she say, oh, no,
We're going to sit in a circle.
Yeah,
Okay.
She may say, you just don't know what you're talking about.
And there we go. Okay, because I don't know. When we talk about sacred harp or shape notes, I do not know, but I'm excited.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of interest. We've got people coming from Athens. We've got some people coming out of Collegedale.
Oh, wow.
That are experienced singers that are coming also. The lady that's leading has been involved in it for several years. And a good friend of mine is supposed to be coming, and she said, we got together Monday night and practiced. So
good.
That's always a good thing.
Oh, good. That's great. Well, my chiropractor, Dr. Leland Ware, he's very interested in it, but I don't think he closes his office on Thursday till 6. So I will see him tomorrow afternoon, and I'm going to say, as soon as you close, run on down, because he's kind of like me. He's a semi-musician. I mean, we've had a little bit of training in sight reading regular music and singing regular music and knowing that a G is on this staff and, this type of thing. And I'm just excited to death about it.
It's going to sound good. I think it's going to sound good. They'll teach us. We'll have a little intermission. We'll have some simple cookies, maybe some cider or something, and visit, and then, we'll sing some more.
Go back and try it again.
We'll go try it again. But it's a singing school. Back in Appalachia years and years ago, that's how you courted.
Yeah, I know.
You went to singing school, so we're having singing school.
Right.
So if you want to court somebody,
you can. I'm not going there, Judy, okay? But I do want to go to singing school, and I think this is going to be so much fun. So it starts at 6 o'clock at the museum. And I think that people might be better off if they don't know anything than those of us who have enough music background to screw this up really badly. I mean, I'm afraid I'm going to my mind is not going to accept this, but I'm going for the fun of going.
Just go with your mind open. Go with an open mind.
That's what I'm going to try to do, and say, oh, what is that note? And then people are going to say, that's not a note, that's a tone. You have to know the tone. Oh, the pitch, no. But I think it's going to be fun.
It is.
And it's free.
It's free. I think it is. I didn't check with the museum to make sure, but I think it is. But bring a couple of dollars in your pocket and put them in the donation box.
Right. You know, normally when the Storyteller Guild does something there, it's free to members and $5 for non-members.
Yes.
So it might be as much as $5, but I can almost guarantee you, not having been there, that you're going to have $5 worth of fun.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
pay.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't do anything but sit and laugh at me, it's probably going to be. But I'm excited about it, so I'm going to be there. But that's not the only reason I had Judy on today, because the Cleveland Storytelling Guild has another event coming up.
We do. The whole month at the museum has been Appalachian Heritage Month. We started with Old Christmas. We have Family Day. We're having singing school tomorrow night. Then February the 1st will be our 24th annual Ocoee Story Fest.
Wow.
24.
That just blows me away. I mean, I know I've been aware of every one of them, but if you'd have said 5, I'd have said that's right, but 24.
24.
Okay, tell everybody what we do at the Story Fest.
We will have Kim Whitecamp.
Yes.
She will be coming to us from Ohio, as long as we don't get another blizzard up
Oh
there.
my gosh, yes.
But she was here several years ago and loved the area so much, loved one of the schools. She went to Black Fox School, loved it so much she came back and recorded 2 award-winning CDs while she
Right.
was here in Cleveland.
Right.
She's coming back. She's a widely traveled humorist, keynote speaker. She does a lot of keynote speaking for
Fantastic.
corporations. She tells funny stories. She tells heartwarming stories. She sings. She's got a beautiful, mellow voice. You know, somebody's just got a mellow voice you could listen to all day long.
Yes, she can be shaped up singing.
I wish. That would probably help.
Yeah, it might, yes.
But she will arrive next Tuesday, be in schools through funding from the Allied Arts Council of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. And I'll be
Absolutely.
saying that 6 or 7 times next week.
Yes, you will be.
But with funding from them, we've partnered with the council for several years
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Because
That's part of Cherry's Jubilee money. We give you all, before we do anything else with it, we give to the Storytelling Guild so that you can bring a national or international storyteller into our schools.
Right. And storytelling is important.
Yes.
And our teachers are catching on to that. Unfortunately, we can't go to all the schools,
I know.
but
You just have her for 3.5 days and you got to do what you
we got to do what we got to do. And we have it this time of year because the tellers are more available.
Yes.
It's before preparation for testing begins. And I just keep my fingers crossed. I have watched every weather forecast
Oh, gosh.
that is available to me.
Uh-huh.
And last year I realized I have one more thing to worry about, and that's the flu.
Oh.
Because our last school was canceled because of the flu. We found another place to go. We went to one of the private schools, but we have weather to worry about, and we have travel to worry about, and we
Right.
have flu to worry about.
Right. So how many schools is she going to be in?
She'll be
this year?
going to 5
5 schools.
schools.
And then her concert.
Will be Friday night the 1st at 7 o'clock at the Museum Center. Cost is $5 with a family maximum of 15. A lot of times when our tellers go into a school, the kids say, I want to hear them again.
Yes.
And they'll bring mommy and daddy. Well, if they've got more than one child,
Right.
it can add up.
Yes, it can.
So $15. If they've got 5 kids, bring all 5, it'll be $15. And the concert will last, it'll have an intermission. We'll be out. You'll be home by 9 o'clock probably.
And what time does it start?
At 7.
7. Okay. Now, I will tell you all that the Allied Arts Council of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce is as bad as the rest of y'all are on booking things and not looking at calendars. Because not only that night do we have that, but we have the Glenn Miller concert, both of which are Allied Arts affiliated situations. And I hate that we've done that, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
You just have to throw a dart at the calendar and where it lands. If what you need to happen is the person is available,
That's
or in
it.
that case the group is available,
Right.
you just have to go for it. But our community is big enough
Right.
that people who, for whatever reason, may not choose to go to one can go to the other.
Absolutely.
There's no reason in the whole world why we have to say, oh my goodness, I can't go to that. Yeah.
Right.
There's always something going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what that calendar on the chamber website, clevelandchamber.com, there's that calendar up in the upper left-hand corner for everybody to start posting the things so that we don't run into this. But it's like Judy said, when the teller says, I can be there these days, and when the Glenn Miller Orchestra says, I'm going to be in Nashville on Saturday the 2nd, so I could stop in Cleveland on Friday the 1st, then you do what you have to do.
And these tellers, we will book them almost a year in advance.
I know you do, yes.
Depending on who the teller is, we have one teller we booked 3 years in advance.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So, same thing, and like you say, with that too. And we're trying to grab people when it's convenient. So,
And also
travel
when-
budgets.
Yeah, I started saying, and when it's affordable.
Yeah.
Because if you get to a certain, if we weren't getting Glenn Miller on the 1st because they're going to be in Nashville on the 2nd, then I have no idea what they would have cost us.
Exactly.
And so the same thing with your teller. Now you're talking about one person where we're talking about an orchestra, but that's beside the point. You're still talking about money.
You still have to be good stewards
Right.
of the money that you've been given or you've raised or
Right.
people are paying or whatever. You
Right.
still have to be good stewards. And that's another reason too. I know February is the worst possible month you can think of to have anything, but we found our tellers are more available. They're a little more reasonable during that time.
Right.
And we get right before the preparation for testing starts.
Yes.
If we wait until May, you've got graduations and weddings
Right.
and all of that.
Yes.
If we wait until summer, they're all involved in library programs. There's no
Right.
school open.
Right.
If we do it in the fall, everybody has a festival every weekend.
Yes, they do. And besides that, then on Friday and Saturday you have football games. So there you go. And this time of year, it's probably too before your tellers are getting ready to go to some of the outdoor events
Exactly.
that they would go to because it's too cold, too wet to go outdoors right now. So I'm excited. Now, will there be a way that we can post where the schools that the teller's going to be in? Because, you know, I try to get to at least one of the
Right.
schools to hear
I will
the
send
teller.
everybody on the council an email.
Okay.
In fact, I'll maybe even go ahead and do that when I get home tonight.
Okay.
And let y'all know. I don't know that the schools would be that crazy about a lot of people coming in.
I know a lot of people,
But
yeah.
the council, you know, we'll know because our schools are so safety conscious
Yes.
that even when we go in,
Right.
there is a process.
Yes. Of course, I know all the county schools now have this new locking system so that, you know, when you get to the door of the office, you don't just open it and go in like you used to. So, but I would like to go here one. I usually have gone by Hopewell
Right.
when you've been there because that's an easy drive for me. I mean, just come out of my driveway and go down Eureka Road and turn into Hopewell, and there we go. So, and I've enjoyed it. And you've had some great storytellers. I mean, Peter
Parker got his
Parker.
pants blown off.
That was so funny. That was
was so
so
funny.
funny. He was so good.
He was so good with the kids.
Yes.
That has been the number one criteria when we have chosen a teller. I go to their website. I go to see what programs that they will do in schools and or libraries. We've even asked disinvited tellers. We disinvited a national teller one time when we found out that she did not go into schools.
Oh,
And
and that was your main purpose of having her here.
and we said, we're sorry. She said, I'm sorry. And we parted as friends.
Good, good.
But we scrambled and found somebody else. That is the number one. When we had Ad Booth last year,
Yes.
he has a background in music. He has an educational
He
background.
was so good.
And I looked on his website, and I've done this, and in this school, this residency. Sometimes they're able to go into a school and spend a week with a residency.
Don't we wish we could afford that?
I wish we could afford that.
Yes.
Money-wise and time-wise.
And time-wise, exactly. And the thing I like about this is when Tom Sawyer, when
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain, that wrote Tom Sawyer, when he came, most of the kids were aware of Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn and this and that. So you try to develop it with the curriculum. You try to get the speaker in there that's going to talk about when Peter Parker got his pants blown off, they were studying the American Revolution.
Exactly.
So I think that is great.
We try our best. Sometimes our tellers are just so well-rounded that when they get there, they know the approximate age of the children. Like we're concentrating on 4th and 5th grade this year.
Okay.
Some tellers gravitate more toward when we had Lynn Ford. She was an experienced preschool teacher.
Yes.
So we did
Yes.
K. It just depends on, and we try to match the teller to the grade. It takes a lot. There's a little bit of a thought process.
Yes, there's something called planning that goes into this, very much so. Judy, thank you so much for being on February the 1st at the museum at 7 o'clock, free. And free for members, 5 for non-members.
Exactly.
That's why I keep telling everybody you need to join the museum, have a museum membership. But free for members, 5 for non-members, 15 max, and it'll start at 7 o'clock, and you'll hear some good stories.
It will be a lovely afternoon, evening to come
Yes.
in and just get away for
Yeah,
a little while.
and let the storyteller take you away. That'd be great. Judy, thank you so much for being on with me. And again, I hate that we've, Glenn Miller and the storytelling concert, but you do what you have to do.
It's a wealth of opportunity.
It is. It's a wealth of opportunities. And you don't have to dress up for the storytelling concert, but you do for Glenn Miller. Folks, we'll be right back with some upcoming events for you, so don't go away. Here again, watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills, and I'll be right back.